All right, so we have Sunny Hostin here saying the cicadas are coming apparently. Um, Anyways, this kind of just goes to show you kind of the intelligence level of a lot of these people on the left. This is on the View, so of course you can't be expecting much. But surprisingly enough, a lot of the co-hosts on the show were actually correcting her. This is like I said, this was Sunny. Uh, she calls them cicadas. Of course, we know that's wrong. And then she goes on to say that this is all being caused by climate change. I don't know the level of intelligence how low of a level of intelligence you have to not know that solar eclipses are predictable, and I mean, they can tell you when they're going to happen probably for the next 10,000 years. It's probably not even more because they can just um, predict the orbit of both the sun and the moon and when they're going to cross. I know the next one's probably within a couple 20 or 30 years, something like that. It's not going to be here in. I mean, we'll just might as well just look it up. When is the next solar eclipse? There we go. Um, 2044 and 2045 is when we're supposed to see the next eclipse. Here we'll go on the actual science, the NASA website here. Um, we'll have partials coming up next year in 2025. We have another total in 2026. Um, so a lot sooner than I was expecting. People in the U.S. would have to travel for these. A lot of people in the U.S. did actually travel um, to see it. Anyways, let me go back. Um, where's she at? Here we go. That's for the next bit. But let me play this video for you guys so you guys can take a look at this.
Makeup artist, when the earthquake was happening, she put her coat on and she was like, Jesus is coming.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm leaving. We've got a solar eclipse. We've got the earthquake.
She
ran down the hallway.
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here. And then also I learned that the cicadas are coming. Cicadas.
Although I love
for the first time in like
No.
100 years.
No.
Two different. Well, this is what I read. Two different times.
Two different kinds of.
So this is the deal here, kind of where there's a little confusion, and she was kind of on the right path here. So there's two different breeds or kinds of cicadas that are they do it every 17 years, but every X amount of years they end up crossing paths, um, and they both become, I guess, alive or whatnot. I don't know what the actual scientific term is for it, but and this is gonna happen this year. Here in a couple of weeks, they're supposed to all come out. But that's what she was talking about. That it happens every couple hundred years. That's what she was referring to. So yeah, she was on the right path, but not really. But anyways, here we go.
Yes, two different times are coming.
The good cicadas and the bad
But for the first time in many years.
No, every 17 years this happens.
Well, that's not what I read, but maybe maybe you know better. But
in
I
a
will
way,
say all those things together would maybe lead one to believe that either climate change exists or something is really going on.
returning.
Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground.
I mean, come on, right? This lady believes that climate change is the cause.
it happens.
Makeup artist, when the earthquake was happening, she put her coat on and she was like.
I do know or read that whenever there is solar eclipse, or something like that, maybe it's because of the pull on both sides of there. I don't know any of the science behind that side of things. That being said, I do know that there are they can cause more earthquakes, or maybe even leading up to it or something like that. Like I said, I don't know the science behind it, but there's that. And so this is kind of what she was talking about here. Cicadas are coming soon, and these two broods of periodical cicadas will emerge this spring in a phenomenon that hasn't occurred since 1803. So that's kind of what she was referring to. Like they're gonna both pop up at the same time, and we're supposed to get millions of these things. right around this area. So I mean, this is not really gonna affect us, but I mean, if you're up here